Hey, what's up guys? This is Poker Express, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Let's jump straight into the action.
5.25 the bet, and Lulo with pocket sixes sat straight behind, but he will get out of the way given we are on the bubble. Of course, commentary coming from myself, James Dempsey, and Johnny Lodden still in the booth with me here.
Look at Hollywood decision here.
And he does fold.
He doesn't fold.
Yeah, look at these two big stacks as well.
525.
Playing 13 million effective. What a great fold it was of nines with kings lurking behind and 10 to the opener.
How to put pressure on this? 1.4.
Does re-raise. It's a horrible spot for Michael, the only man at the table who covers it. He does indeed call.
Go.
Let's see if he goes with stage 2.
King 10-4.
Well, ace, ace, deuce. Bit of a killer. 2 aces, not 1. Much better for both players' hands.
6 check.
Yeah, we'll check it over. As you'd expect them to do with pretty much every hand on that kind of board, right?
Yeah.
3.2 million
One
in pot.
check.
He does check back. Turn is a 4. Good card for both players.
Pierre is gonna check it out. 1.1.
Let's see how well Johnny knows his man.
Not that well.
1.5. Close enough, we'll give you that one. And here it does come, Michael. Pulls the 1.5 million. Pot swells to 6.2.
Can he do it? Yes, he can.
Wow, that is why you called.
6 check.
And Pierre checks. Michael now taking a long time packing this bet out. And it is quite a sizable one. It's like 3.5. 3.6.
Well, that's cool.
3.6.
It's a big bet.
600.
It's just over half the pot. Let me see. Pierre probably doesn't think he's lost in Sand on the River. Really giving
No.
credit for an ace, right?
Tennis blank. Has to give him credit for some kind of ace if he folds.
Yeah. And of course, as we say, Michael most likely would have played an ace this way.
He called.
He does call.
6 call.
It's the bad news. So the
Disgusted.
biggest pot we've seen on this table, 13.4 million. Yeah, pretty disgusted with the outcome of that hand. This year, I gather the 25k is very small. Tenner 10-3. Well, this is gonna be fireworks between these two. Kelly defends with 10-7. Mark open 10-9. Wow, it's gone check on this flop. 6 on the turn. Split unlikely. Kelly cutting out. Well, pretty big bet. I like this sizing. Just under 2/3 pot. Again, Mark has a lot of showdown value when he checks back this flop, you would expect. So when she bets, she has to go bigger to target that. Little does she know, she's betting into the dominating 10-9. Given you bet the 5-2 early, you'd expect him to bet. And he flops strong, and wow, that is a deathly card. The only saving grace for Mark is that the flush draw on the turn has completed. Kelly praying that's what Mark has made with top 4 house. And well, he makes a swift call. He's lost a lot less in this pot than he was supposed to. If he'd bet this flop, this would have been a very big pot.
75, raise 175, suffer something to me. Fold. Fold.
Josh from the hijack is going to raise tens, of course.
Blinds will be up next time.
Centurion in the big.
175.
He's going to peel with 5-3 off. All right.
You know, eyeing a stack like this and knowing how much it is, but it's so tough. It's like, I think it's 17, it's 13, you know. Heads up.
9-7-4. Overpair for Josh.
Check going. Good to see you.
Gut shot for Centurion. And Sammy Grafton also joining the fray. Squid in the mix.
At 125. Some ends like this. Pardon me?
6 swing core.
Yeah, I know. 6 swing for me if I dust them off to you.
Yeah, I broke my elbow on last week, so I'm waiting for it to get fixed.
You and Manic.
Centurion peels his 5-3 for the 125 bet, and now turns a pair. He checks. Expect Josh to size up a little bit here. 720 in the pot.
300,000.
Well, he's gone smaller again. 300 into 720. I would like to see a little larger. Centurion showing interest in this pot on that flop. Centurion probably suspicious of the smaller bet, but with a pair and a gut shot, of course, going to call. And it makes us straight on the river.
Again, we were just saying, no idea. Is that like 23s or something?
Josh with a pot bet behind.
You got like 9 million, got a couple in his sleeve. Like,
And Centurion does just jam it in.
table both hands, got it.
And snap call from Josh. He'd already made his mind up. And Centurion up to 4.5 million. Josh is going to be out.
It has to be okay. You're getting it's 170 to win, 470, so it can never be too bad. But these are tricky hands with the stack depth. Blinds went up, 100k.
Yeah, we are at 51, so he's pinning off 28.
Lovely clean blinds.
Yeah, makes life a little easier. As we
Yeah,
see,
it's
995
nice,
to clubs. Jerry and Simon check it to Sam. It's Queen Jack with a queen of clubs.
Yeah. Simon's got a bluffing candidate,
Right.
which is interesting. I don't like calling here because I don't think you've ever really got the best hand against Jerry, really. You're only bluff catching and Jerry's called out of the small blind, so his bluffs are going to be 10-jack suited, Queen Jack's suited, he's not peeling Queen Jack off, so he's barely got any bluffs, really.
Well, he is going to call.
Oh, I think he might go for it on the river.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Of course, they're not that deep, like Jerry with 2.1 behind, 1.6 in the pot. Sam having a little tank up now.
I don't think you're calling with the intention of showing this down, When people flat out of the small blind, their range is pretty defined. Oh.
9 on the end.
Lord.
Simon makes a boat. This is a sickener.
Unfortunate card.
Deadman strikes again.
Oh. I like it.
Jerry does eventually find the check. Simon. And Simon
Man,
going
this is-
675.
This isn't what I wanted to see, I wanted to see the total brick on the river, then bet shove.
I mean, Jerry has the ace of clubs in his hand. If he had, say, Queen Jack of clubs, then maybe he could think there's potential for Simon to have.
I think he doesn't think Simon has much just raw 8 on its own. He's 8-7, 8-6 with a club, ace 8, and he blocks the... it's just like he thinks this is the best hand I can have. Like, Simon could still have... excuse me. Simon could still have some 10 jacks.
I see that happen in bomb pots. I only ever play PLO when it's a bomb pot, because I play no limit games.
Blaze of Glory saying, who's the female in the booth? That is
That's me.
Soul
Poo
from
Dog
you.
Melissa.
Poo Dog Melissa. Soul for Wise very own Melissa Schubert. Hashtag represent.
Hashtag only friends.
PGD Poker saying it's Henry. Okay, man. Alright, well played.
Well played, GG, well played.
GG's.
Melina opening under the gun with the ace-9 offsuit. Lip all in on the button.
Up the boys. Come on, Lip.
It's less than 975. Okay. For 450. No, it's 450.
Big blind getting a good price here.
So it's 450. Let's do this. 550. Huh? Let's do this for 550. For 450. 450. 3 players, 1 is all.
King 10 9.
Check.
Swing and a miss. Tomash, bottom pair, backdoor spades, and well.
Oh, there's
Check.
the ace for Melina.
Lip gonna need a jack or a 10 to stay alive.
And get a triple.
This is 450.
In the words of Patrick Leonard,
Come on, the boys.
needs a jackaroonie.
Come on, the Gandhi.
Jackaroonie or a 10.
Ooh.
Jackaroonie.
Jackaroonie for the boy.
Corner pocket.
True. Little atmosphere to the NFL in the Spanish League. Speaking of the Spanish League, here's the top of the Spanish League, Andrew Mateos, and everything's going right.
Oh my gosh, look
He
at
improves to kings up. Rayner
this could spell big trouble for Rayner here.
has a pair, and a gut shot. Must be, and well, Mateos has checked it, knowing Rayner's likely to bet this card so
Gonna bet
often.
it, and he's going to get check raised.
I think you're right. And Kempy's going to be in a tough decision with top pair and a gut shot. I can't see him folding if he does get raised. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. He hasn't bet just yet.
Yeah, he's going to bet though. Don't worry about that.
1.8.
And he's going to get raised.
And 1.9 million, in fact. Mateos in Dreamland.
Will it be big?
5.7.
Yep.
There we go.
5.7. So he raises 3.8 million. And now, Rayner Kempe really in a tough spot. What do you do now? Could he be raised on a spade draw? You're up against a tough guy like this. He's going to make the call here.
Yeah, he's going to have to call at least this bet. He can still win this pot.
And
4
needs
or a 6.
Yeah. Get a chop if a 7 comes off. He'll win if a 7 comes off as well.
Oh, you're quite right. He does win if it comes to 7. That'd be an unlikely way to do it. Confirmation there of his 10 outs. And it is the 7. Mike
Does
called
the
it.
7. Oh my golly. Just amazing.
And that is the worst card on the deck for Mateos.
Yeah, it sure is. This would be incredible if you put your opponent on King 10 or King 9 in this spot.
And he does
and
check.
you bet to win the pot.
Expects Kempy to check back here. Be very thin going for value in this spot.
What can you get paid off with? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You've got to be
All
kidding
in.
me.
Count, please.
Wow.
This is incredible. I mean incredible. Wow. And Mateos could pay him off with the 2 kings in this spot. Hoping he had something like 6-8 in his hand.
Or a spade draw that he picked up on the turn.
Yeah.
That's what Rayner's trying to represent here as a busted spade draw, I think. I can understand why Mateus wants to call here, because there aren't many hands Rainer can jam this river with.
Marinella, if you can hear us, stop the game after this hand and ask Rainer Kempe if he thinks he was bluffing that hand or not. Wow.
Big shout to DTD.
PartyPoker live dollars.
DTD, they're real triers. They try really hard, and I appreciate that. Look at that photo, Wadey. That's so old. I can see it from here with the mountain of old DTD chips.
Yeah.
I like that set. I remember when they got super filthy, but
yeah, we're looking at Wadey's end mob. It's a proper old school winners photo, because you
yeah,
can see the bags of cash in front of him as well.
Yeah. All right, so we got Kari and the Tsar off to the flop. Interesting.
Wow. There we go. A little bit of everything, and the car rate after that bluff is a little short now.
Theoretically, are you supposed to have any check raises here? I don't think so, but maybe, because it's a pretty high up your value range. Akari's got more chips.
Yeah, I was going to say he has at least
he's got
a stack of blues.
1.7, something like this.
I think did he have a full stack of blues at least, which would be 2 million?
Yeah. Oh, you might be right. Sorry. Yeah, you might be 3 million.
Yeah. So again.
Flush.
Yeah, not a good card for Brian. Flush.
Interesting spot for Akari here, because he shouldn't have any queens, right? He wouldn't see bet with a queen, so he doesn't have trips. So he's repping a king of hearts or a flush or a boat, like threes, basically. So king jack, king 10 sort of bluffs would make sense. Brian's got a 10 in his hand. Honestly, I think you could find a fold here. I wouldn't fold against Akari because he's more likely to bluff than most.
Right.
But you could actually find a fold here.
Well, he does it.
River's so hard to play. Oh my god.
It's just got a little easier. Just got.
Can he bluff this? The thing is Brian's always got an ace, right?
Right.
Like, he could have a queen, but he's just very likely to just have an ace or a weaker flush, maybe. Something like this. I'm very unfortunate for Akari.
Yeah.